My 28F boyfriend 30M blew off Valentine's Day plans to spend the night arguing with people on Facebook. I've been with my boyfriend for 4 years. He's never been very into holidays in general, but he knows it's important to me. Usually he makes at least an effort. So yesterday we had plans to go out to a nice dinner. It got later and later and still we hadn't decided on a restaurant, because he wouldn't give any opinion. He was absorbed in a huge thread in a Facebook group where people were arguing about politics. He kept trying to show me the argument and explaining precisely how he was trolling each commenter and posting stupid memes. Since he didn't care where we went, I just chose a restaurant myself. By this point I was getting really frustrated. He still made no move to get up from the couch and get changed. Every time I told him they were going to be packed and we had to leave, he'd say just a minute, which turned into an hour, and around 7 PM I gave up and said there is no point, we'll never get a table. He said let's just get takeout. I was inwardly upset but I called up the takeout place while he kept laughing to himself at this Facebook drama. And that was the rest of the night. He didn't care about doing anything special at all. He didn't even pay attention when I put a movie on for us while we ate. It was a movie he'd wanted to see. If I tried to talk to him about what was happening he said what? Oh yeah, and then back to the computer. He just sat on the internet trolling people like it was any other night, snickering away the whole time. When I went to bed around 11 he was still going. Probably didn't even notice I'd left the room. I woke up, as usual, to him climbing into bed at 4 in the morning. I feel like he cared more about arguing online than spending time together on a night he knew meant something to me. Normally I have to fight to get his attention anyway, so it happening on a special occasion night made me feel extra shitty. He's constantly doing crap like this, stirring the pot on social media for amusement, getting into hours-long back and forth with people he doesn't know. I have seen him on Facebook at many points during the day when I know he's at work. Am I reasonable to be mad about this? TLDR, we didn't do what we'd planned to do for Valentine's Day because my boyfriend couldn't get off the internet.
I 24M am shorter than my girlfriend 22F when she wears heels and she refuses to wear anything but heels. Alright, so this is going to sound super petty but I think it looks weird when a girl is taller than the guy she's with. Normally it's never a problem for me. I'm 5 feet 10 inches and the girls I've dated always happen to be around 5 feet 3 inches to 5 feet 6 inches. This girl I'm dating now though is 5 feet 8 inches. It wasn't a problem when we first met because she was wearing flats and I was wearing boots, so I didn't even think about it. Now that we're dating, she constantly wants to wear heels anytime we go anywhere. Now she's towering over me and I hate it. When we first went out I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot, so I didn't say anything except for just wow, you're tall. Alrighty then. And now it's been 2 months and she's still doing it. I've spoken to her about it, saying that I hate how it makes this look and she keeps saying it's fine and that I'm being stupid for thinking it looks bad. What do? TLDR, girlfriend wears high heels. I don't like her being taller than me. I feel defeated. Looking for a solution.
Me, 34F, with my BF, 41M, of 2 years, got mad at me because I took my cat, 16M, to a park for the cat's birthday. Am I really a crazy cat lady? I've had my cat since he was 6 months old. For his 16th, I loaded him into the car, which he doesn't mind at all, and took him to a park by the lake. He spent a couple hours watching ducks and warming his old bones in the sun. My boyfriend was indignant. How the cat doesn't even know it's his birthday, what a waste of time, who does that, etc etc. No, he doesn't know it's his birthday, but he knows he's doing something he enjoys. He knows he feels better than he had been. He knows those things. Now it's 3 months later and my BF is still on about cat birthday outings. IDGI. He helped care for him when he was injured and did probably more than I did, because I worked 10-hour shifts. So I guess staying home to care for an injured cat isn't crazy cat person, but taking the cat to a park is. I mean, there's whole parks devoted to dogs where dogs can see their dog friends. So what's weird about taking a cat out for one afternoon? He's really starting to make me feel like shit about it. Am I being an irrational crazy girl because my boyfriend won't take any pictures for me? Or should I call him out on his behavior? Full story inside. I'm a 27-year-old gal and he's a 23-year-old guy. We have been dating for over a year and a half, and it is a long-distance relationship. He is 6 hours away from me. Despite the distance, it is the best relationship I have ever been in. It is the longest relationship I have ever had too. I love him, he loves me. When we are together we work great together. When we are apart we still do pretty good, but sometimes it gets hard to find things to do together. Normally we play League of Legends or Minecraft, both video games. I don't really like Minecraft, but he loves it so we play it a lot. Lately we haven't played League of Legends at all because he doesn't like it, even though I prefer it. But no big deal, I just want to spend time with him so I do what he wants. Right now he is on a vacation with his family in Ireland. All my life, if there was anywhere I could go if I could, Ireland would be it. So I was super excited he was getting to go, because if I can't go, him going is the next best thing. The first thing I ask him to do is to take My Little Pony rarity with him so he could take pictures of it in different places. It sounds dumb, but I thought it would be super awesome to have pictures of my pony in another country if I couldn't go. He was dead set against it because he thought it was embarrassing, but I talked him into it before he left because I told him it was like me being there, even though I couldn't be. The day before he left though, his mum saw it and chuckled at it and so he broke down and just didn't want to take it, so I told him not to worry about it and to just take lots of pictures for me. I was a bit bummed, but I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable about it. Fast forward to today, 2 days into the trip. We were finally able to talk over Skype, but not for long because he can't charge his battery. The converter he has for foreign outlets doesn't have a ground on it, and he doesn't want to use the converter for his laptop without a ground. So we can't hang out or play League of Legends because he won't have that much battery life. This sort of upsets me because I used to use a converter all the time for my laptop that was only two-pronged and it never hurt it. But whatever, I don't want to make a big deal of it. So we're chatting and I'm telling him about my day, which was really boring because I just worked and slept. Nothing too exciting. He didn't really say much about his day, even though he is on vacation, and I kept trying to get info out of him. Eventually, we get to talking about taking pictures and I ask him if he's been taking pictures for me, because I really wanted pictures from him. He tells me no, that he doesn't feel like taking pictures, but his dad is and I can look at his pictures when they get home because I'm planning on visiting when they get home. I tell him I don't want to look at his dad's pictures, that I want him to take pictures for me, and he won't do it and can't understand why I'm getting upset over this and why I don't want to look at his dad's pictures. Between him not playing the game I want to play, him not taking the pony, and not taking pictures at all, I'm left feeling like he doesn't care at all. I know it's pretty childish, all of it. I don't know if I'm being a crazy emotional woman or if I really should feel this way. It's just like he doesn't care, even though I know he does. The first thing he said to me was that he missed me, couldn't wait for the 14th, which is when I'm going to visit him, and that he wished I were there because the vacation would be so much better then. I hate that we talked for 10 minutes and at the end of those 10 minutes I just wanted to cry because of his lack of caring and understanding. Any insight, comments, and suggestions on how to handle this would be really welcome. TLDR, my boyfriend is in my dream vacation spot and won't take pictures for me.
Hey everyone, hope you had a good Valentine's Day. Over the last year or so I have been living with this girl. She is a good friend of mine from college and we really get along quite well. We share similar interests and humor and enjoy spending time together. We started sleeping with each other for the last 6 months. We are pretty sexually compatible and all that good stuff. I said we should keep it casual and she agreed. I didn't have time for a relationship anyway, so this was ideal. To top it off, her father passed away. I attended the funeral with her, so I figured she wouldn't be ready for one either. I have tried to be a good friend and help her through this situation as best I can. We continue the FWB up to now. Come Valentine's Day she asks what I planning on doing tonight and I tell her that I'm going on a date with one of her friends. She starts acting off and disappointed. I ask her what's bothering her and she says what makes you think something's bothering me, and walks off. I kinda just brush it off and go on the date. The date goes well and we end up going back to my place and having sex. We try to be quiet and the friend leaves after we smash as to not bother my FWB. However, these past 2 days my roommate has been pissed at me. I tried to convince her to have sex last night and she got pissed off and snarky. Do you think she has feelings for me or was it because I had SWX with her friend? I don't think she should be this upset considered we aren't dating, all we do is have sex and hang out. Why is it when I do the same with someone else she gets pissed? TLDR, my 25/M roommate FWB 24/F has been acting weird to me after I took one of her friends out on Valentine's Day and slept with her. Have I done something wrong?
I, 34M, found a notebook. My wife, 30F, has written a whole novel detailing made-up scenarios in which she gets revenge on female friends, varying ages, of mine. I started looking through some boxes and I found this notebook buried under a bunch of old sweaters. I had never seen it before and it was really odd to find it here, because like I said, she keeps her notebooks in her study. I was curious so I started reading. The novel starts out with her finding a wishing stone which grants her any one wish. She makes a very specific and detailed wish to become High Queen of the entire world, with everyone reporting to her, while still allowing every nation to have their governments and rulers, but she can tweak their laws as she wishes. She ends up living in a grand palace and meets with delegates from every country to discuss the world events and to yay or nay certain rules or policies being enacted. I was enjoying the story thus far. Then she meets with the head of her Black Squad, a squad of trained assassins and kidnappers. She commands her Black Squad to kidnap women who have been in my life romantically and platonically. She kills off my exes after pages of psychological and physical tortures. She ruins the careers of platonic friends and makes their families shun them and drives some of them to commit suicide. The only people she doesn't target are ones she deems have been respectful of our relationship. Which according to her in this book means dressing appropriately around me, liking Facebook pictures, statuses that have both of us in it instead of just me, and keeping discussions of the personal lives to meet to a minimum.
How do I, 25F, make my boyfriend, 22M, understand that this is gross? So the thing is, my boyfriend and I have extremely different cleaning standards and there's things I find completely disgusting that he thinks are just fine. And this is one of them. We hang out naked in our place a lot. And he was wrapped in a blanket yesterday and farted and then immediately went to the bathroom and I realized there was a bunch of small stains there where his bum had just been. So yeah, there was a bit of poop there. I thought it was kinda funny but gross enough not to use that blanket anymore until it had been washed. And he said it was okay to use but said f it and tossed it aside. Then today, after we discussed it a little bit further and I made it clear a poopy blanket was gross, I saw him wearing it again while he was cooking something for me. Of course I feel disgusted and said I won't eat something that's been made by someone wrapped in a poopy blanket, but he thinks I'm being unreasonable. So I am turning to you, Reddit peeps, because I need to know, am I really being unreasonable, or am I right thinking it's gross? TLDR, am I right stating that a poop-stained blanket should not be worn, least of all while cooking?
Thanks for watching Tales from Reddit. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you enjoy laughing at other people's misery, and share your relationship tale in the comments down below. I bet you can't top these stories.